All right, so I don't know exactly how I'm going to be doing this video. I just know that this is going to be a Gold and Gears Conundrum 12 showcase with Black Swan, Kafka, and Sampo. Now, I think this run, in all honesty, is probably one of the most satisfying and also one of the more hardcore to run when it comes to computer intensity, because I swear probably like 10 times during this recording my frames got all the way dropped down to 0. My computer like froze for a second. I think dot teams are just way too crazy when it comes to Golden Gears, especially Conundrum 12. And the thing I do want to talk about in specific to this showcase is that I use this team not only for, I think it's 6, 8, 10, and 12 all in a consecutive playthrough. That's why this video is uploaded a little bit later. I was finally able to get past Conundrum 6, and I'm just so happy. I finally got through it. This team is absolutely insane, and it really basically shows Black Swan's full-on potential. If there were certain characters in the game, especially with a lot of the blessings in the nihility pad, they can definitely play around and make those passives for characters. There's things like being able to heal from your dots, which is a big component of this run, because I did use Japard and his fat shield with the preservation blessings, and we got like really strong shields that could basically maintain a lot of this stuff. And oh my god, the numbers. But we basically got a fat ton of shield, and then we were able to heal from us having the dots on the enemies, and every single one of the characters being able to use their ultimate shot up everyone else's energy, that making it a constant ult charge buff, and also giving Japard the shield whenever we get attacked so that we can reapply it as soon as we get hit, so we don't get any type of surprise of getting like one shot. That was nowhere near here, and we're getting constant million damage, constant 500k damage, and as you can see as well, we're getting almost infinite stacks in this run as well, which I just found super cool, being able to get Black Swan to almost have 50 stacks every single time it popped, or being able to retain the stacks regardless with how much insane energy gain we got from this run. I did want to play around with Golden Gears, I just didn't know exactly how to play it, and through trial and error, through playing around with Black Swan, she has carried me. Her defense reduction, her basically giving us so much extra damage with our defense drop, and having the dashes get absolutely nuked with how many stacks we have on the characters. Japard was a big help as well. So if you are basically, I guess you could say, struggling with Japard, I mean not Japard, but Golden Gears, you should use Japard. He's really freaking good for this mode. I was using Fushun, I was using Ho-Ho, I was using Ruan May, and it didn't work. We are rocking Sampo here. It would have probably been better with Gwenaifen. I just really liked with the Remembrance path having the, if these enemies get hit a certain amount of times, or every single time you hit an enemy you have a chance to freeze. That is really strong on Sampo because of how many times he does hit, especially if you're going against a single target enemy. That is basically the gist of this. Let me know if you guys are gonna want more Golden Gears runs with different characters in the future. Maybe some crazy stuff with Black Swan, with Sparkle, with Misha. We have a lot of stuff that we could do now that I understand Golden Gears and how to play it. I did use the occurrence dice, and that is my favorite dice so far. I know a lot of people have other strats. I use the occurrence dice. I think that one's really cool. And to add on to just go ahead and, you know, talk over the run just a little bit, just to add a little bit more, I guess you say, future proof when it comes to the dot class. I think a lot of the nihility buffs that we have in there currently aren't in the game, of course, as we know, and a lot of them can prove to be some really strong team options eventually when these characters end up coming out, just like how Gallagher is coming out in the second half of 2.1. Supposedly he is going to be abundance, he is going to be fire, and with him having a free-to-play light cone in the light cone shop, with it giving break effect, with it being able to have that on a light cone for an abundance character, that's very interesting. Now if they really wanted to, which would be absolutely amazing, something super freaking cool, as we may know, how I've been talking about, have many other people have been talking about in regards to these classes mixing and mingling with what they do, it'd be really cool if we got a healer that ended up doing dot as well, because you would be able to do some crazy stuff like how we have in this run right now in Golden Gears 12. You are able to not have to run a healer because the dots heal themselves. Now imagine a healer in the dot class where they're an abundance character like Gallagher, they are fire. Guess what? He could put a burn dot on someone, and for everyone that takes dot damage, you get a certain percentage of HP back. That would be absolutely amazing. Open up some crazy possibilities for what you can do with a lot of these characters, and that will shoot all these characters up even more. Someone like Black Swan, someone like Kafka, being able to run a healer as a dot unit. That means you will be able to have full coverage if you have certain characters. If you have Kafka, you already got Lightning. That's going to be your main DPS slightly. You have Black Swan or Sampo, that's your wind shear. You have the Gallagher, if he is a dot unit, he's going to be fire. And then guess what? Throw in Luca, you have all 4 elements for dots in there, and that's going to be such a great team. With how much damage Black Swan, Kafka gets with multiple dot units on the team, you really don't need to force REHOO to be on the dot team, in all honesty. She is an amazing character, and every team is fighting for her, in all honesty. I think she's quite literally given everyone brain rot to the point where you feel like the team isn't complete if REHOO isn't there, which is funny. It's a funny thing to have, in all honesty. It's such a good character, though. And right here, I was scared for my life. I was like, please don't end this run. I've been here for 50 hours. But going back to what I was saying, being able to have a burn healer or being able to have a dot healer will be able to open up basically the full dot team at its full capacity. You have every element, no matter what. You'll be able to inflict the dots that you need to inflict and break the units that you need to break, unless they are quantum, imaginary, specific only. That's the only way that you won't get the full potential or max value of those characters. But I think having something where everybody on the team can do dot, everyone on the team can have their own cool little passive, how Kafka's able to re-trigger, how Black Swan's able to get defense down, how she's able to get more damage off of being reapplied dots or dots that end up triggering. And then you have characters like Wenifin, added damage boost, or, you know, AoE burn. You have Gallagher, who might be a dot unit, being able to heal with dots, which would be so freaking cool. You have no idea. And then you have Luca, of course, being able to re-trigger his dot, being able to do outgoing damage boost, all that type of stuff. Really cool things, bro. I mean, like, there's so many things they can do with the dot class, and looking at what they have in, you know, Gold and Gears or Simulated Universe, we have that healing boost from the Nihility class. We have being able to re-trigger dots when they get triggered. So it's not just 1 wind shear, 1 bleed, 1 burn, 1 lightning. It's 2 lightning, 2 wind shear, and they just stack on top of each other. It's not a full-on just damage boost. No, the dots re-triggering twice in one go. So imagine something like that on a character like Kafka, and you're just going to be able to do some mass damage no matter what. Imagine break builds with that type of build. Ooh. It'd be really nice to be able to rock a different team without having to force REHOO on the dot team, because of course REHOO with the dot team right now is just overall super duper busted, super duper good for the team. But it'd be nice if we were able to run a full-on dot team and have it to its max potential, to the point where the other team in Memory of Chaos, the other team in Pure Fiction, doesn't need her. Because if you have a team that doesn't need REHOO and now you can spare her for the other team, that's 100% a big dub. So other than that, that's basically going to be it for me talking. We have a little bit left of this run, maybe 1 health bar away from Argenti being dead. So other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. All the way to the end of the video. Make sure to leave a sub and like for sure if you want to see some more Golden Gears content. I'd very much appreciate it. Other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. See y'all in the next one, and peace.